Children, today we are going to learn about active voice and passive voice. This is a very important voice here. Vasuraj, fan I cannot allow. Fan. And this is a very important voice. In this, two groups can be formed here. So here active and passive voice I have written here. Verbs may be classified classified as number one, transitive, and number two, intransitive. So there are two types of verbs in active voice, passive voice. Only in active voice transitive verbs are there. Intransitive verbs are not there. Number one, transitive. Transitive verb. It is a verb that requires an object to complete the meaning. To complete the meaning. Example, I will give here, he made. The question arises, what? He made. What he made? Whatever he has made, that object has to come. Then it will become a transitive verb. Otherwise, this verb made is intransitive verb. For example, intransitive verbs I will give. I laugh. Here the laugh is intransitive verb. Or I go to school. Or I walk. So these are all here, whatever the verbs you see here, they are all intransitive verbs. So that active voice and passive voice is not possible here. Active voice and passive voice is not possible here because there is no object. Now another example, this example I will continue. He made a speech. He made, what he made? A speech. So here object has come and here subject has come. Subject of the verb is there. Object of the verb is there. When both are there, then this verb becomes transitive verb. Or otherwise, if you make only he made, then it will become intransitive verb. So how to bring it into passive voice? Take this. A speech. Now we have to see the verb in which tense it is. If it is in the past tense, we have to give one auxiliary verb that is called helping verb. A speech was, this is important, was made will remain, made by him. Now this has become passive voice. This sentence is PV, PV means passive voice. And this is AV, AV means active voice. You might have understood up till here. So, further I will give you all here. I will rub this. Therefore, A, he, as I have told, it is subject, made, object, that is verb, that is past tense verb. A speech, this is object. Hence we have learned that for active voice, passive voice, the verb should be transitive verb. Subject and object is necessary. Subject and object is very necessary to convert the active voice into passive voice or vice versa, means passive voice to active voice. I think you all have understood this. Here, the object what is object here? A speech is necessary to complete the meaning of the verb made. So this is the verb here. Now this is all about the transitive verbs. Transitive verb has got a subject and an object, subject of the verb and object of the verb. One thing we have seen, if we want to convert this into passive voice, we have to use one auxiliary verb looking to the tense. If it is in past tense, one auxiliary verb was should be here. I think you all have understood till here. Okay? The first one I told you about transitive verb. The second one I am telling you about intransitive verb. It is a verb that requires that requires no object to complete the meaning. Example I will give you here. The dog barks. The dog barks. Barks is intransitive verb. I can write intransitive verb. Second example we may come across. This is A, this is B. The door slams. Slams, this is also intransitive verb. Here, we cannot convert this sentence into passive voice. It is neither in active voice nor in passive voice. See, the birds fly. Here fly. This is also intransitive verb. The verbs barks, slams, and fly requires no objects to complete the meaning. This is all about intransitive verbs where object is not necessary, and hence these sentences cannot be considered either in active voice or in passive voice. They are neither in active voice nor in passive voice. So here in active voice doer of the action that is subject is given importance. In passive voice, the action is given importance. The action is given importance and the subject of the action and doer of the action is omitted or written as an object. So here in active voice, subject is given importance with the doer of the action is important here. How to recognize that the sentence is in active voice or it is in passive voice? I'll give an example here. The cat killed the rat. Here the cat is subject, killed is verb, the rat is object. Now we have to see whether this sentence is in active voice or it is in passive voice. We have to see the doer of the action has come as a subject of the verb. The cat, the action is passing from the cat to the rat. So the rat is the receiver of the action, the cat is the doer of the action. Whenever the doer of the action comes as a subject of the verb, and the action received by the object is the receiver of the action, at that time the sentence will be in active voice. No doubt this is a transitive verb. Now how to convert this active voice? So this sentence is active voice, because the action is passing from the cat to the rat. So the doer of the action has come first as the subject of the verb, and the action is passing from the subject to the object. Object has become the receiver of the action, he is receiving the action. So how to convert this into passive voice? First of all, we have to, important thing is we have to see in which tense the verb is. So the verb is in past tense. Kill killed, killed. Present tense kill, past tense killed, and past participle, as you call in Kannada, bhutkrudvachaka, it is killed. That is present tense, past tense, and past participle. So, the auxiliary verb, now this object, while converting the active voice into passive voice, the object becomes the subject. Here, the rat, I have told you, if it is in past tense, when we are converting it passive voice, we need one auxiliary verb because this is in past tense. The rat was killed by the cat. Now see the basic here. The rat has become the receiver of the action. He has become the subject here. Was killed is the verb here with auxiliary verb. And the cat has become object of the verb with the governor by. So now the action is passing from the object to the subject. This is the ulta here. And the receiver of the action has come as a subject of the verb. The doer of the action, when it has gone as a subject, object of the verb, then the sentence will be in passive voice. Clearly. I think you all have understood this. Not necessary to go in detail, because this is very necessary for 8th standard students who have come here, 7th standard student last year who have come to 8th standard. So this will be revision for 9th standard and also 10th standard, because last year when they were in 8th standard I have taught them, and these children were in 9th standard. 10th were in 9th. I have taught everything, but still then this will be a good revision for them. We will take a little break here because this is only for half an hour, and next I will continue.